Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Tangled Skeins. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2015. I'm Crafty Knitter 7. Sue is my first name. I said that backwards. This is episode 115. I would like to welcome any new viewers and welcome and say thank you for returning viewers.
We're having a great morning here.
I can English, I swear.
Afternoon.
Yes.
And there are outtakes already, so
yes.
Stay tuned. I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. You can find us on, I was going to say iTunes again. You can't find us on iTunes, sadly. You can find us on Twitter and our blog at twotangledskeins.com, and you can find us on YouTube, and we have a Ravelry group, and you can find Sue and I on Instagram.
Same name as our Ravelry names.
Yeah. We're both exactly the same. And Sue, you can find on Etsy at A Tangled Skein.
The Tangled Skeins CA.
I'm sorry.
If you go into my Ravelry profile, there is a link to my Etsy shop.
And there is exciting stuff going on at the Etsy shop this month.
Yes, I'm making bags. As I announced last week, I will be putting bags in my shop, and I'm
She's been practicing hard.
Sending out bags for people to test. There's
a moth.
Oh, not again. Moth. We have these small moths in the house.
They're not the kind that you will.
No, we keep finding them in the laundry room, which is where the brewery stuff is.
Oh dear, that's not good.
No.
That means they're coming in the grain?
I don't know. So anyways, foes.
I have some.
Yep.
I have two.
I'm sad. I don't have any.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am. I don't want you to not have foes.
I'm working on big projects. That's my problem.
This is the 4th Sidna Farley square, which the pattern shows up much better on because it's a lighter color. The first square took me 24 hours, and Sue had the brilliant idea that I should just knit 4 of them and make them the corners so I could make some headway on this blanket. So that's what I did. I knit 4 of them. This is the last one. And so it's Sidna Farley, and it is out of the Great American Afghan 2007 edition, because this was an ongoing annual contest that Knitters Magazine held. So this is number 4 of the Sidna Farley, and it is out of Valley Yarns Northampton Bulky, which is a nice big fat yarn, very soft for 100% wool, and it's in the stone blue colorway. I love it. It's squishy. You can tell I love these people because, oh my god, I'd rather be knitting on anything else about now.
I'm just amazed that you only have 4 left.
Yes, that's the big news. I only have 4 left. I'm working on number 13 right now.
The pile is over there on the chair, which I will be blocking this afternoon.
Sue
there's 10 of them.
Is blocking this big bunch of things for me because she's awesome. I shouldn't have picked that up because all my stuff is
Does she have any allergy to scents?
I have no idea. I've never met her. But if you want me to bring my unscented over, I can do that too. I was supposed to bring over my sewing machine and I forgot.
Again.
So there's that one. And then I finished this one, which looks a lot smaller, but it apparently stretches out. And this is the Barbara Selesnik square. They're cabled hearts. I love them.
It's going to stretch nicely.
Yeah, it does stretch because it's pure wool. So this is the Barbara Selesnik square, and it is out of the Great American Aran Afghan book. I don't remember what year that was. I think it was 2000 or 2001. But I've got 3 of these books. I've got the Great North American Afghan, I've got the Great American Aran Afghan, and I've got the Great American Afghan 2007. Pick them up at Stitches, which is run by XRX Marketing, which publishes Knitters Magazine, which run these contests. So it all worked out very well. So I love this one. I love the cables. They were a little tricky.
I don't think you're ever going to want to do cables again.
It's going to be a while because I've been doing a lot of cables since April. This was the first time I had ever run into a reverse cable, which is a cable on the wrong side, and there was no explanation on how to do it in the book. None. I fudged it, and then realized I had fudged it wrong, and then fixed it on the fly. And then the next 2 I was able to do it because it's row 19, which is up here at the top of the heart. So yeah, since then I run into another pattern in that book that has reverse cables and no explanation as to how to do them. They're tricky. I'm not sure I did them right, but they're tricky. Essentially, if you have a left-leaning cable, you know that you put your yarn on your cable needle and hold it to the front.
Right.
If you have a right-leaning cable, sorry,
to the back.
Right, I'll show you because to me this is left, but to you guys this is right. If you have a right-leaning cable, you hold your cable needle to the back.
See, I never knew that.
Well, I've learned very well how to read cables and read my knitting and figure out what I'm doing. Yeah. 12 squares later.
Yes, but even with moving, you're probably going to make it.
I better make it.
If you can get those 12 squares done
make it.
this week.
I need to get 4 more done.
And then that'll give you a week to put it together.
Yeah. And I'm going to experiment. Once I have a blocked square, I am going to crochet a border around the square. See how much yarn it takes, because I have 8 balls of the gray, which is the border color.
Are you going to block one at home?
I may block this one.
Okay.
After I'm done. Because this one I'll probably finish today. Well, it's got cables. I'm getting better at this. There's one more in the Erin Afghan book that I think I can do. It's all cables all the way across, like big cable, little cable, big cable, little cable, big cable. So it's all cables all the way across. I was putting that one off. But I'm going to try crocheting a gray border around one square, seeing how much yarn it takes. Sorry, just got something in my eye. And if it doesn't take too much, I may do a gray border around each square. If it takes too much yarn, I will take it off, connect the squares, and do a gray border around the whole blanket instead.
Okay.
I'm also going to have a little bit of yarn left over in the colors. Varying amounts. I've got little balls here and there. I actually started this square. Yeah, I started this square with a ball of leftovers, and look how far I got. I got up to here before I needed to put on a second ball. So I have almost a full ball of this. I have like almost full balls of all of them. Because a lot of the squares really didn't take up that much yardage. The dark blue is one that I don't have a lot of because both the first 2 squares that I did with the dark blue took a lot of yarn. And I played yarn chicken on both of them.
Okay.
To finish, this is out of the Valley Yarns Northampton Bulky, which is Webb's brand. This is the Lake Heather colorway. It's a nice sort of sagey green. I really like it. But yeah, there's going to be some experimentation this weekend. And Rob was like, a couple of days ago on Thursday, he was like, but you got 14 days. 14 days. You got this. And I'm like, no, I still have to put the blanket together, dear. Because he was just like, oh, you knit all the squares and you're done.
No, it's called assembly because it's not
No,
magically...
that's like if you went into the... He's a manufacturer. He works in manufacturing. So if he went into the parts room, picked all his parts, and called it done.
Because, you know, the connecting fairies are going to come while she's sleeping and assemble the blanket.
Yeah. Well, he was like, can't you do it on the airplane? Because I did a baby blanket for a friend of ours. Last summer, I did the border on the airplane. I said, dear, there's a big difference between a little baby blanket that's 3 foot to a side and this beast. Actually, I think it was 2.5 feet to a side, but it was small. It still took up a lot of room on the plane. It was a little uncomfortable. But, yeah, there's a big difference between that and this. So, I will be experimenting with putting it together. And Sue has kindly offered to block my squares, which is awesome because, yay, I don't have to do it. So that's it for my foes. Now that I've babbled for, 10 minutes? 8?
8. So, what you working on?
Fine. I'm mid-row.
Oh, then I'll go.
Yes, because you're circular.
Yes. So, what's on my needles? Flax. By Tin Can Knits.
Now, for those of you who were joking around with me with Sue that it's brown, no, this one's brown. now that it's daylight and you can actually see, you'll be able to see.
Oh, I have
it's
the
great.
blinds open. I didn't even think to close them.
Normally we have them closed.
Oh, well. So I'm knitting the flax, and as you recall last week, I had split for the sleeves. So since last week,
she's done quite a bit.
I got, where's the marker? Oh, wrong way. From this pink marker. So quite a few inches.
Well, we didn't even go to knit that last night.
No. And this, I'm knitting it on size 5 millimeters, and it's a US 8, and this is on, and I just pulled a stitch off the needles. This is on my cubics, which I really, really like. But I got from Knitter's Pride from Stephanie, who was our contact. And
see, I had the old collage square needles, and I didn't like them at all, but these are a lot smoother.
Mm-hmm.
The collage ones have very rigid square. These are a little bit rounded on the edges. They're a little bit more comfortable to hold.
Yeah,
I like them.
And I'm knitting it out of SMC Northern Wool with Tweed by Webbs, and this is actually discontinued. Here, let me just show the needle.
Well, you got it at Webbs. That's not by Webbs. They don't make that.
Sorry, at Webbs.
Yes.
Yeah, see, this is... Probably won't focus, but... Oh,
there you go.
Look at that. So yeah, they're really cool.
I learned that from Shannon.
Yes.
Stick your hand behind it,
Yes.
it'll work.
Oh, shawl. I'm like, what else am I knitting on? No.
And Shannon, I don't know if you watch our podcast or not, the camera does not hate you. They all do it.
The focusing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just you.
No. We're on our second camera and it still does it. So the other thing on my needles...
Second, I think we're on our fourth at this point.
Sorry, the microphone is Silver by Lisa Much.
Which we both love.
Yep. And I'm actually back to the point where I was when I found I had dropped a stitch past the ridges. So I just did my 4th ridge. Which is...
So you're flying along. You'll be done that before next weekend.
Yeah, because I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't move my marker. I was just past these ridges here, so I've done all that. And this is on Knitter's Pride Bamboo, 5 millimeter, which is a US 8. And I don't like bamboo needles, but these ones are really, like, the finish on them, it doesn't stick. And this yarn is, all right. This yarn is Spud and Chloe Fine Sock, which is 80% wool, 20% silk, and it is awesome.
I wonder how Rob would feel if I told him he had silk socks.
Because look at that color. It's not coming up as green as it is.
No,
but
there's a little bit more yellow to it than that I can see very clearly from the light from the window, but yeah, a little bit more yellowy green to it.
And that is being held in one of my new bags. Of course, there was only one of these.
And that is pretty damn close to the right green.
Yes. So, that's one of my bags. It's got a nice interior. It's got these little beige polka dots. That's that. And squares. I'm almost done this square. I so want to finish it. And at the beginning, it was okay to knit on the DPNs, but the bigger it gets,
the harder it is to
the
keep
harder
them
it
on there.
is because they're not very long. I think these are the 5-inch. So I did basically, I can't really stretch it out much, from the marker. So about 1 inch.
You were busy with the blacks.
Yep, I can't.
Yeah, she can't stretch it out to show you because they'll pop right off the needles.
Yep. So, and that is being knit on DPN carbons.
Also from Knitter's Pride.
Knitter's Pride. Can you see a trend?
I have a set. She loaned me a set of sock size ones because those are a little bit bigger than I knit my socks on.
Yep.
So she loaned me the 2.5s, and as soon as this blanket is done, I'm casting on some stripy socks.
Lynn is going to do stripy socks.
I can't decide if I'm going to use Juliana's yarn first or if I'm going to use Lollipop, but I have lots of both. Like, lots of both. And I'm going to have stripy socks.
I'm just trying to see if I actually knit on flax. No, sorry, Marco Polo. I haven't touched it. So,
Busy with flax.
It doesn't get pulled out. Sorry.
Oh, yes, and because I'm a bad podcaster.
I haven't shown any of my bags.
No, but you always do.
Mm-hmm.
My squares live in my pirate bag. I'll show this side because this side had an incident with a pen.
I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
The pirate is blue.
This big blue splotch here, where
there.
my finger is, that's ink. It sat on a rollerball pen overnight, and I did not know it. It didn't go through.
We might have something that'll take it off.
Yes, there are ways to get it out.
Yeah.
So I haven't touched it yet because I'm not ready to wash it.
No, and as soon as you touch it,
Yes.
you manipulate it and...
You have to do it all in one go. So I didn't touch it. I will. Darlene, I'm very sorry. But it's my favoriteest bag, so I will try and get that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it lives in my nice, awesome granny bag, which I'm very happy about.
Where does this go?
It went with your square. What
There
were
it
you
is.
knitting out
Never
of?
mind.
Yeah, that. Show the little pouchy thing you got for the squares, though.
Oh, the pouch? Oh,
yes,
I went
so
to
cool.
Fabricland and they were having their customer appreciation sale, which was 50% off, which I might go back today. Because I almost bought the fabric that Sarah bought that had the Canadian provinces.
The provinces.
Yeah.
Do you want to go after we're done recording?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So this was a sewing kit, but, I mean, green.
It was the right color. It's exactly her green.
And it's got a see-through panel. And I thought that'll be perfect for my barn raising. The one I'm working on, and an extra ball. Oh, and I need to show this. This is the ball, the skein that I got this week from Rachel.
Who is Love Knots.
Love Knots.
She's the Love Knots podcast, and she's Love Knots on Ravelry.
Yeah, and her card is over there.
And Etsy. This is her hand spun.
I don't know if you can see.
Isn't it gorgeous?
So, that is next.
We have another package coming from Rachel, too.
Mm-hmm.
There will be stash enhancement next week.
Mm-hmm. And from Tyler.
I may have gone a little bit crazy.
Okay. So, stash enhancements. It has me a few.
A few?
Speaking of Rachel, we did a trade. I sent her a bag. She sent me this high micron merino thing of beauty.
Now, I will tell you, this is one of the things that I have coming. It's not the super high micron count that Sue got, but it is very nice. And look at the rainbow.
That. Taste the rainbow.
When she told me that Rachel was sending her some, I went and looked at her shop and I was like, and I ordered one.
And then she sent me some mini merino sparkly bat. Which is...
They're little batlings. They're super cute and they're perfect for spindle spinning.
Yep. And the other one she sent me was some mulberry silk. Not sure how that's going to spin up.
Very slippery.
Mm-hmm. And then I got my order from Three Waters Farms. The Knit Girls are having a knit along, spin along. So, of course, I ordered the yarn. And it's called Honky Tonk. Because, look at that. Is that not just
That reminds
gorgeous?
me of waves and driftwood on the beach.
Yep.
Nope. You gotta let me put it down my top.
So last night on an impromptu VKN.
One of these days she'll wait until now to tell me it's alpaca.
We pretty much VKN'd all week.
Yeah.
The girls, Tyler wasn't on yet.
No.
The girls were helping me find a pattern, and I'm doing the Kira.
Oh, last night.
Kira. They were just bombarding me with all these patterns.
Think I sent her
was
about 30.
I'm just like, she's like, but I've only got through one page of my favorites. And she's
Yeah,
like, sure you don't want socks? You sure you don't want socks? And then this pattern of socks that she linked, I already have.
Yes.
So
I know because I showed it to you.
I'm going to do this.
Which is, if you guys remember, when I got the pink gradient yarn from My Color Wheelhouse, that's what I knit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it for Rob's mom, and it is a fantastic shawl. I love it. And she loves it. And it was so quick and easy.
So that's it. I printed it out.
It's got charts.
But I can do it.
They are simple charts. Would you like this back now?
Sure. Okay.
It's a little warm.
At least, you're not like Carrie and try and keep it.
It wants to come home with me.
And then the fabric that I bought, oh, it's over there. Don't worry about it. Which one? The top ones. Oh yeah, actually, take that whole pile up until
without the boxer shorts.
Ooh. No, there's no boxer shorts there. They're in the other room.
What are these?
That's my t-shirt.
T-shirt. Sorry.
Take the rest all the way to the black. Don't take the black. Okay, take the black. Whatever. Just.
Oh, that black. Sorry.
Yes. No. So, I went to the fabric store.
And she made herself a bag that I may have to try to steal.
So, that one's there. I got this fabric because it was $3 for this piece of fabric.
Is that similar to the one you made your bag out of?
Yes. I'll show that in a second. So,
because I really like that bag.
This. And then I think I got a yellow zipper to go with this one. Yes. So I got a yellow zipper to go with this one. I'm catching the hint here that Lynn wants a bag.
I want this bag. I like this bag.
But that's my bag.
I know. Buy some more. Let's buy some more fabric.
That stuff came from the Pockets, so we could stop at Pockets on the way home.
Okay.
And they might have some in the basement in the bin.
That's super pretty.
Okay, so that was that one. Then I bought this one.
It looks a lot nicer in person than it did when you were showing it last night.
Yeah. And I got a dark zipper to go with that one.
Coordinating with the darker with the reds.
Yep.
Because, everything has to color coordinate.
I bought huge zippers. That way they will...
Yeah.
I can just cut them. And then the other fabric I got, I made myself a bag. And I just winged it off of a makeup bag that I made. I just made the pattern bigger.
And, her fabric placement on this was spot on. This is gorgeous.
That's why I did it. So, you ready for it?
This is the one I want. Isn't that beautiful?
And
it's perfect.
Yes, I actually spent the time to make sure I got it.
That stands is such perfect placement.
And it's padded.
It is. It's squishy.
And it's yours.
Ah, yay! If we go to Pockets and they still have it, I will buy some more so you can make yourself another one.
Then the other thing I got was I goofed with a pair of boxer shorts that I made my husband this week, and they ended up fitting my son. So I got some more Transformers to make him an actual pair. The other pair that I made is on my Instagram feed. It's soccer print, and the boxer shorts are in the bedroom. And then I got whatever was left on the bolt of this because...
It's cute. It is really cute.
I think this will be a seller when I put it in the shop.
I think it will.
It says Mad Moo.
It's cows. Yep. I love it.
So Rachel's going to kill me for that. She was basically begging for it last night. But see, the only thing I don't like, well, I guess it's fine, but I don't find the opening wide enough. But it is quite big. Like, I had this fiber.
Well, you can just do a little bit less of a taper on yours.
Yeah, I'm just playing with this.
Yep.
But it's padded.
I'm willing to take the failures.
It's not a failure.
I know, it's gorgeous.
It's a test.
And see, you can improve on yours.
Mine,
Rachel. Mine.
She's becoming quite the bag whore.
I am. This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to have to start finding a place to put them all. Because, yeah. And I haven't switched over my minis to the
other one?
The owlery bag that you made me. So all my little project bags are still taken up with mini skeins.
Yes, I made a owlery bag for Sarah, the Canadian Knitter podcast host. I forgot to take a picture. It's basically Lynn's, but smaller.
Yeah.
And
it was the sock size, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I made one for Tyler, which was, I won't say what it is because it's in the mail. You all saw it. And I also made a mini box bag for Amanda, which is in the mail.
Oh. Mine's over there.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's basically like
her little rainbow pouch.
It's like this, but it's just a bit bigger hers. She can fit two balls of yarn.
Okay.
Like take a sock size skein of yarn and ball it in two. Like the one I made for Rachel. Like that. But I did find a pattern for this exact one, which is double the height of Lynn's.
Yeah.
I mean, you could basically use this for your keys and your money and stuff,
I will actually grab mine to show you because that is exactly what I do with mine.
Okay.
Back.
Yeah, so it's something else that I'm thinking of putting in the shop. So if you see this one.
Yeah, see mine's flat.
It's a little skinnier.
I keep money and stitch markers and spare keys in here.
This is Shannon's fault. Because
I know, I saw that.
I didn't win the one that she had on the podcast, so I contacted Stitch by Sasha and said, you want to trade some stitch markers for a
And I
Robank?
don't know if I can show you, but this is Sgt. Pepper's fabric. It's the Beatles 1967 Sgt. Pepper's.
I have to make you another one with better placement. But this thing holds a lot. I have measuring
I'll
tape,
put my keys away because they're loud.
needle gauge, my chibi, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
My chibi full of needles.
My chibi full of needles.
Lip balm, well, because I had a yellow one and
She likes the green and I had found a green one, so we traded.
I have my Fix the Stitch needles. I have scissors. I have a crap ton of
Stitch
markers and some band-aids.
Band-aids, because, you know, you're you.
But I found the exact pattern to make this exact size.
And
So.
before you put that away. No, the lip balm.
Oh, sorry.
I've got to tell you guys, this stuff is awesome. I ordered lip balm and these lotion bars.
I have another one on my desk.
Well, yeah, you've got the other one. They are from Sweet Sheep, who is on Ravelry. Sorry
Hi.
about that.
Our video cut out, and I thought I had done something, but I haven't.
And we kept talking for 15 minutes before we realized it.
Yeah, so she was reviewing the lotion bars and the lip balm.
Yes, I was talking about Sweet Sheep, who is, I can't remember her, there we go. I can't remember her Rav name. But she sells these on, her name is Alicia Morandi. And she's Sweet Sheep Body Shop, PPE, on Etsy. She makes these fantastic lotion bars, lip balms. There's a few other things she makes as well. Mm-hmm. This smells heavenly. This is pumpkin spice.
Sorry, I moved the camera.
That's what she did when I made her smell it at my office last week. Unfortunately for me, but fortunately for everybody else, I can't use these. The first time Sue came to my office, I had just gotten them. And I took them out of the package, and I had a toasted coconut lip balm, and I had a peppermint lip balm. And I put the peppermint on, and she's like, oh, toasted coconut, ho, ho, ho. So I gave it to her, and she puts it on, and she's looking at the package, and she goes, there's mango butter in this. And I'm like, oh, I thought my lips were tingling because of the peppermint.
What does the mango butter do, I wonder?
It's a very, very smooth emollient.
Smoothener?
Yeah.
It's a smoothener.
I mean, this stuff is so amazing. And it smells so good. But mango butter. It's a smoothener.
Yep. Episode title. Yes. Okay, so now you need to go on your
Almost as rememberable as rememberable.
What was it? Squeezable?
Squeezing.
Squeezing, there it is, and rememberable.
So, check her out on Etsy. Amazing, amazing products, and they smell so good. What do we talk about after that?
These things. But I want to show what I'm wearing today.
Mara.
It's my Mara.
Which I'm particularly fond of now because I have a nephew named Mara Jade.
It's just getting a little warm now.
Yes.
You talked about these and these after. So sorry, but you know.
We were sent these lovely skein minders. This one is from Skinny Tea. And this one is from Scarin Knit and Crochet. This one's a plastic mesh. And I was supposed to review them. I specifically sought these out. Actually, I sought this out. But we'll talk about that in a second. I can't do an honest review of these products. Because they are meant to hold commercial balls that are center pull. I don't knit like that.
Yeah, because if you take this one and you try and open it big enough to go over, like, say, a sock yarn cake,
it's not big enough.
It's not big enough.
This one is, but it's really meant for those commercial skeins that have center pull. I don't knit like that. I never.
What was the reference
knit
again?
Like that. Oh, Knit More Cotton. It's a spoof on the Eat More Chicken.
Maybe we should give it away.
I think we should, because if somebody who knits out of those skeins would have a blast with these things.
So if you're interested in this, stay tuned. I will post a thread.
Because, unfortunately, I knit out of a ball. I wind all my yarn into balls. I gave my ball winder to Sue because I didn't like knitting out of cakes.
She goes everywhere with this.
I do.
It fits in her pirate bag.
It fits in my awesome granny bag, and it stays in there. I love it. I tried to use the other two, and my balls wouldn't even fit in this one. And because they were balls, this wasn't... Don't be making fun of my balls.
Your balls wouldn't fit.
No, my balls were too big.
She's got big balls. You're going to spend the afternoon with me.
Yeah, I am.
Should we get an iced cap with espresso?
No, I don't think we should.
I've already had one.
Sean, come home. Her husband's away this weekend.
He's visiting breweries this afternoon.
Yes. He's having a great old time with his best friend.
Yep.
In Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Close to where we were at Fiberspace.
Yep.
Which you'll be going back to when you visit Nathan, won't you?
Yes. He lives in Greenbelt, which is like minutes from the downtown core, which is D.C.
And the yarn store we went to is a Fiberspace in Alexandria. Gorgeous store. If you get the chance, go. Absolutely go. Oh, I want to go back.
I can send him to get yarn for us.
Oh, for Pete's sake, woman, go get your own yarn. You know you'd rather pick it up
I made
yourself.
a request for him to bring me home something.
So anyway, yes, we will give these away because sadly I cannot do an honest review. I tried. I missed my yarn so much when I was trying the other two.
And this is bulky.
It is.
And if I wind the ball, there's plenty more room. So she could probably put a super bulky skein in here.
And what's her? Kate is coming out with a bigger one.
And she's going to send us one to review.
Sir's getting a big brother.
Mine's over there. It's red.
So the other thing that Susan Karen sent us, which is Scarin Knitting and Crochet, were these Best Darn needle minders. Needle keepers, needle minders. I don't remember now.
Needle
I feel
tenders.
really bad. Yes, needle tenders.
Needle tenders.
Because these were yarn tenders. And you said it sounded like chicken tenders.
Yes. Tenders.
These are awesome. I want to buy more. I think they come in packages of 3. I think.
Yeah, she sent us 3.
But I was on her website and I think they come in packages of 3. These are fantastic for yarn, for needle storage, for straight storage. I have been keeping my straights in a cardboard wine canister that I got from Michael's. I tossed the top because it didn't fit anymore. My needles are too long. But I have space in my cubby cabinet that would be perfect to have stacks of these with little labels on the end indicating the size and the length. It's good for short needles. It's good for long needles. It doesn't matter. This is going to be my yarn storage system, I think, from now on. I'm going to buy them slowly because, obviously, I'm not made of money. But they're actually a really reasonable price. I'll be buying them 1 or 2 packages at a time, and I'm going to start stacking my needles in my cabinet because I have this space where I can keep them. So, because my canister doesn't fit in the cabinet. It's too tall.
Yeah.
This would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't have to dig through, like, empty the whole bin
like
onto my bed.
The label you can put on the end would be the needle size and the length.
Yeah.
So you'd be just like, thank you. And so if she has short ones or long ones.
And I would put the long ones on the bottom and the short ones at the top, obviously.
But you could easily look through it and go, I need that needle.
Because the canister is too tall to fit in the cabinet, and every time I want to pull a certain size out, I have to empty the canister onto my bed.
Sorry.
Pick through the needles, grab the one I want, put them all back in the canister. It's a pain in the butt. This is going to be my go-to straight needle storage from now on. I love it. And I want to buy more of them from her. So it's Scarin Knitting and Crochet. S-K-E, I think it's double R-I-N. But it's Susan Karen. She's out of Maryland, I think. I could be wrong. She had a bit of an accent. We will link it in the show notes. Sorry. But love it, love it, love it. These are fantastic. And they also, Sue was she pulled out her Trindle thing, the paintbrush case that she keeps her Trindle in.
It's deja vu.
It would also be perfect with this. Yes, because we did all this. This was when we realized we weren't recording anymore. This is the paintbrush case she bought at the art store.
Michael's.
Michael's? Okay. Michael's is sort of an art store. And, I mean, I really hope this is not alpaca. I doubt it is.
No, but that's the stuff from Kim.
Oh.
Yeah, this won't fit in there.
The round thing might not, but they would fit by themselves. Because, yeah, she's got them in a pill case, which doesn't fit, but they would fit in there. The little trindle doohickeys would fit in here by themselves without the case. But, I mean, the trindle fits perfectly. Protects your spindle. Awesome. I'll give you your spindle back. Because those I have no interest in stealing whatsoever. I will never be a spindle spinner. I don't have the coordination for it. Sorry, I'm doing this crooked and it's not sliding on. I did something wrong here. Sorry. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't going on, but it wasn't going on. But yes, this is awesome. So yes, the skinny tee we will give away because I'm sure somebody will get much more use out of it than I do. I'm one of those weirdos who considers winding the yarn into a ball to be as much a part of the process of knitting as the knitting. To me, this is me getting to know the yarn, getting to know the loft and the stretch and whatever of the yarn. Mm-hmm. This is its personality that I'm capturing when I wind the ball. And yes, I will even wind my sock yarn into balls like this, which takes a while.
Sorry. I stayed up way too late watching Orange is the New Black.
I stayed up way too late watching Fireflies, so we're even.
And I think they were still going.
Tyler was the only one still... when I decided I was going to bed at like 10 to 3, he was the only one still conscious because there was stuff going on. But yeah, I really missed my yarn when I was trying to review the other two. Because those two don't work with balls, and I miss my balls. Miss my balls.
Big balls.
Yes.
Hey,
so,
we're wearing almost the same color.
Almost. Yours is a little more teal.
Yeah.
It doesn't really... Hers is not showing up true to color. Mine pretty much is. Hers is a little more green.
Giveaway.
Yes. Now that I've been babbling for another 15 minutes.
Well, that's... Yeah. So we have the sock ruler. Did we already show that part?
Yes. We did. Okay. That was before the fabric.
Sorry. I'm going to have to splice this all together. So the giveaway this week is the sock ruler.
And I was thinking of something. Everybody who was posting was like, I'd be able to keep track of all the people. You know what? You could take a Sharpie and write the people's measurements right on it. Because it's hard plastic. Mm-hmm. On that, the side that has less, like the centimeter side, because it has less things written on it. Here. You could actually write your family members' initials or whatever. It'd be perfect.
And I'm just going to send it out in the flat envelope that it came in, which will be awesome.
I'm just going to take the card. Because we didn't say who made it.
I said the sock ruler.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. So this is the business card.
Thesockruler.com.
Isn't that pretty? So basically, no more tape measure. And a lot of people were really excited about this idea. Mm-hmm. So, do you have your...
I have my phone.
Okay. You do that. I'll do this.
Just take the mouse.
I did.
She took control. All right.
Where did we put it? Oh, you closed...
I locked it.
I'm not looking at the locked threads because I tend to tune them out. 2 to 54.
Oh, I'm like, what am I looking for?
Random.org.
2 to 54?
Yep.
Okay. So 2 to 54. I'm going to blow that up so people can see it.
Yep. 2 to 54.
Generate. Ah. 53.
Oh, and 53
is Yarn Knit Mama.
Is our friend
Valerie, who is Yarn It Mama, and she has won it.
She said this would be super handy to have when making toe-up socks, as I could put it right into the sock and get an accurate measurement.
Yep. So Valerie, please send me your mailing address on Rav, and I will send that out to you.
Or, if you want to come to Knit Night,
you can pick it up personally.
We could give it to you there, too.
So, number 53.
I haven't seen Val in years.
Oh, she's been in school.
Actually, oh,
She's taking nursing or
goes to show how much I pay
something
attention.
in that general vicinity. So I think we're done.
So that was our giveaway.
Yep.
Got anything else going on?
No, we're going to give this away.
Yeah.
So I'll
But-
open a thread for this.
Don't rub it against the microphone, woman.
Sorry. If you want it, you can post in that thread. That's it.
Rub it. Rub your big ball microphone. It's a snowball. It's like this big. So I'm not the only one who's got big balls. Miss, it's a family show. Don't wear that shirt. She came to my house this morning. She's like, "You're not wearing that, are you?" Because I had this keyhole shirt that had a big cutout right here.
I'm like, all right, babbling.
Yep.
Okay. We will see you all.
It's a smoothener.
It's a next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Camera. Hello.
Look at the camera. Yeah, right.
I know.
Hi.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. I didn't tell her I just pressed record because, you know,
She always
as
does
one
that.
does.
She's like, "Should look at the camera." Oh yeah, thanks. Anyway. Hi.
Hi.
You gonna start?
Yes.